Advantage for the Bucks. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sideline. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City. And what a strong finish from Banchero. His guys love when he throws it down. Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. And he gets it to go.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Here's Lillard. Rebound by the Magic.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Here's Banchero. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Lillard outside. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Pass to Banchero. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Out to Kuzma. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And proving once again that he has the touch from beyond. Kuzma effective at cashing in there.
Banchero, that's good.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Magic. Trailing by 2. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. You know, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. The first overall pick, and Stan, we have seen this kid, 6'10" Paolo Banchero. How impressive have you assessed his passing skill?
Well, Kevin, it was the thing that surprised me most about him when he came in the NBA. I knew he could put the ball on the floor and attack the basket, get to the free throw line, but he is one of the best big playmakers in this league, making the game easier for all of his teammates.
Wow, what a great asset.
You aren't kidding.
The Magic making a switch here. Orlando trailing. Here. Suggs looking around. Great tee that time from Giannis. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. They kick it out to Green. Lillard outside. Screen by Antetokounmpo. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Wow, the skill of Lillard to get his shot through while getting the whistle.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bucks.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And finished off by Banchero.
And how about Banchero showing some passion there, going in hard and finishing right at the rim.
And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Suggs.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Now here's Green. 5 on the clock. Here's Sims. And it's Suggs with the rebound.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Isaac outside. Back to Wagner. Can't hit the free throw line jump.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense on it.
Drills the three-pointer. There's 18 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Banchero. The layup missed. Porter looking it over. Here's Green. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
The Magic trail by 7. And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That's his first foul. Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, can you believe that?
To the middle, Sims. Off with the layup. Banchero with the ball. Now Green defending.
And Banchero is putting it all together, capable of scoring from all three levels.
Here's Porter. Up and in on the layup. Porter's got the lead up to 7 now for Milwaukee.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic...
It's my last game for the night. Boy, you ain't gonna put up a fight. I see the green light.
Retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992, Jack went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player. Now, here's Lillard. Paolo Banchero, unable to get his last shot to go in. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Well, there's a unique profile for Wendell Carter Jr., a tremendous rebounder and shooter, and now he's playing on a pretty good team, and he's a big reason why.
He sure is. Look, he's really big at 6'10", 270. All right, top 20 in the league in rebounding and effective field goal percentage. Can shoot the three. Great blend of size, skill, and toughness.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
He's shooting 16% from three, 36% from the field.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Banchero, that's good. Banchero's got 14 points for the game.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
Got a piece of it. Suggs with the steal. With the... And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. 6 on the shot clock. Hits it from three-point range. Prince has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, that's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
Inside. And so Milwaukee again turning it over.
Big substitution. Number 35. Goga Batase.
The Magic trailed by 4. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. A three-pointer is right on target.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
And Kuzma has it in the corner. To the paint. It's stolen by Carter. Here's Caldwell Pope. Good work there as it goes. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 1 now for the Magic.
Yeah, and then knifing into the middle. Caldwell Pope, not just a perimeter threat. Young fella can elevate.
That one goes in. Suggs has got 4 points in the quarter.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
A wide open look here for Kuzma. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And a quick, fluid release. Kuzma's jumper can be a lot for a defender to handle.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 25 seconds left to play here in the half. Pass to Carter. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Here's Wagner. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Now it's a 4-point Orlando lead. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Magic out in front, up by 4. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Outside, Green. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Giannis is double. It's hauled in by the Magic. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. To the inside. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's on Jalen Suggs.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing that near 7-foot frame.
Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh, my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the two biggest would be this. I think, number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again. And then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just, excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
And the Bucks making a change here. And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. Lillard left side. A three ball. Carter pulls it in.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage. Good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Hands it from downtown. And now a 10-point Magic lead.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
Now, here's Suggs. After the miss from Damian Lillard. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Kuzma outside. Kicks it out to Prince. Good on the three-point shot. Prince has got 6.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. The Bucks making a switch here. Orlando leading by 7. Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game is played more competitively, and talking trash is welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. And that combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on an 11-3 run. It's Black in the corner. Buries it from three-point range. Black's got the lead up to 13 now for the Magic.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for space.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
And for the Magic, number 50, Cole Anthony.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set. On that screen, easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. The Bucks making a switch here. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 14-3 run right now. Carter on the wing. Offline with his three. Bucks trailed by 13.
Second personal foul. 14 foul.
There's 1:54 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Portis. And he can't jam it through. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points.
And we have seen Lopez really improve his shot blocking. Adept at using that length to alter shots.
Banchero with the ball. Guarded now by Prince. The wide open look here for Anthony. No good from outside. Prince in the corner. Out to Kuzma. Hits the three-point bomb. Kuzma's got 9.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the three.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
15 foul.
First free throw is good.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Working his way from scout to head coach, Jamal Mosley was a longtime assistant under Rick Carlisle. He has paid his dues, Coach.
Yeah, and Kevin, I really admire the guys that put in the time, as you say, pay their dues and get themselves ready for when they get the opportunity. There's a lot of outstanding younger coaches in this league, and Jamal Mosley's as good as any of them.
Yep, I would agree. Lopez outside. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. 6 to shoot. Down low. Powers through inside. Giannis.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
Here's Bitadze. And so it's the Orlando Magic holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their shooting has been the
Magic, 52.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Magic leading by 11 and stolen by Lillard. To the paint. Here's Sims.
Oh, give credit to Lillard there. Outstanding work of recognizing the defense overcommitted.
Here's Anthony. And there's the try. Missed inside. And it's the Bucks ball. And the wide open shot from Green. Misses the three. Out to the right wing. Here's Black. Sinks the three-pointer. Black's got 9 points here in the second half. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players, and it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop. Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Here's Black. Drives to the hoop.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
Ben Carroll, left side. Kuzma with it. Now Anthony defending. Pops in the layup for 2.
How about that display of athletic ability? Kuzma can contort his body when converting on those difficult shots.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
During that last break, I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley said to his team. And he was really... real calm during the timeout. He was smiling when he told the team, "We're up. Game plan is working. Go out there and have fun." It's always fun when you're up late, guys.
All right, thank you, David. Milwaukee making a switch. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now.
Give a big round of applause for your Bucks Breaker crew.
And it's the Magic with the ball, leading by 12. Suggs up top, takes the three. A rebound by the Bucks.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Lillard. Giannis right side. Giannis is double. From deep. And Damian Lillard, good for the three. Lillard's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Bucks. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
Okay, young guy. Banchero with an artful dribble move there, getting the fans what they want to see.
Antetokounmpo, no good. Magic leading by 11. Caldwell Pope, left side. Connects from three-point range.
Solid elevation there. A consistent point of release, and KCP with excellent shot mechanics.
Lillard with it to the inside. And to Kumbo. That one good for two.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
The Bucks making a switch here. And the free throw, no good. Although they were eliminated in the first round, last season was a success stand for the Magic.
It sure was, Kevin. I don't think many people had them even making the playoffs, but they fought hard, pushed the Cavs to 7 games, and gained valuable playoff experience.
Here's Yacht. And Antetokounmpo slings it in.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
He takes it in. The shot by Carter, nobody around. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Magic.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jalen Suggs.
Well, he came out with great energy and effort, doing everything he could possibly do to help his team.
And that one's good, Wagner.
That one's going to be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to let up, and I like that. Keep pouring it on.
Right wing. Back to Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
Assist goes to
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made